And to be totally honest, I don't know that I could have made this video before today because a lot of the things that I'm going to say, lessons learned from the hard times and how that has helped me. They say don't speak from open wounds, speak from scars. Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I talk about motherhood, I talk about pregnancy, we do things kind of granola, kind of natural, hippie. I have a almost 2-year-old and I am 33 weeks pregnant. Kind of forgot that I do this. I was gonna pretend like this is a shirt. It's not, it's a tank top or it's a sports bra. And I'm wearing these pants. I hope you're not following me for Instagram worthy anything. I just kind of share, I don't know, my experience with motherhood. I started out full-time traveling, switched to motherhood, and it was quite a shift. So I'm on Instagram almost every day, so if you want to connect on Instagram, everything is HEYSHAYLA, everything. I also just started a podcast, and last week I posted a interview with a mindset coach who talks about having more of a positive mindset, because a lot of times in motherhood you can get super resentful of your partner for, like, you know, getting to go to work. Anyway, part of me sharing my journey, I'm constantly out of breath right now because I'm 33 weeks pregnant. So part of me sharing my journey of motherhood, I try and give it to you real. So I tell you the hard parts, and sometimes I go back and forth with that because sometimes it can come off a little complainy or ungrateful when really I'm just trying to be like, look, if you're having a rough time with motherhood that you thought would be just this beautiful thing, which it also is. Motherhood is a lot of ands, like it can be beautiful and very difficult. I did a video about how being a mom is hard. So if you are in need of that, that's there. I wanted to make a video called Why I Love Being a Mom. And to be totally honest, I don't know that I could have made this video before today because a lot of the things that I'm going to say, lessons learned from the hard times and how that has helped me. And I'm honestly excited to talk about this. They say don't speak from open wounds, speak from scars. Right? Don't talk about it while you're going through it, talk about it once you're finished. I'm very much a toddler person and not an infant person. She's learning more and she's interacting more, and it's just the freaking coolest. On the flip side, I'm about to have a newborn, and I think I'm going to enjoy it more this time because I will be less worried. I will get to enjoy the little things and how slow they go, where with the first I was just like, I want you to start walking, I want you to start doing this. I'm so excited for all the things. And they're in no particular order at all. Whatever I wrote down in this order is the way that they're coming out. Thing number 1, I love co-sleeping. And I know that this is a controversial topic, but it makes my heart so happy. And some people are like, she shouldn't still be co-sleeping with you because she should be sleeping on her own and I should do sleep training or whatever. I don't care. She goes to sleep in her own bed, and then, I don't know, at midnight or something, she comes and walks to my bed, and then we just snuggle. And it is, it's the best. Sometimes I just lay there literally smiling and just snuggling her and just being her warm, safe space, and I love it. I love it. Thing number 2, prioritizing what's important. Part of prioritizing what's important is figuring out what's important. When I became a mother, I, like I said, had a very hard transition because I was traveling full-time. Got to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and Seth was like, Shayla, just go. Hop on a plane, go somewhere for the weekend, and I was like, I don't think that's what I need because I don't want to leave my baby. I think what I loved about travel was learning new things, meeting new people, experiencing new things, like the novelty and the learning of all the things. So I started a podcast so that I could talk to new people. And this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring and creative classes for anybody that likes learning, investing in yourself, and your personal growth. The class that I found is Writing for Self-Discovery, 6 journaling prompts for gratitude and growth.
Hi, I'm Yasmin Cheyenne, and I'm an advocate for self-healing, and today's course is about cultivating self-care.
I could have used that postpartum. You're like me and you just need to learn something or have some sort of creative outlet. This is a really great way to learn. Just to like challenge your mind. Photography, videography, indoor gardening. Listen to these classes when you're breastfeeding, while you're making dinner. If you're one of the first 1,000 people to click on the link, you get a free month. So you can just browse in there, see what classes there are. It's so good if you want to learn something new or if you want to master an old skill. I used to really love watercolor painting. They've got a class on that. When you have mom brain, sometimes it's just so hard to figure out what you need. So I wanted to share this with you as like, here's a really easy way to learn some new stuff. When you have a child, you no longer have all the time in the world to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. You just don't. Now I'm way more intentional with my time, so I'm more efficient with my time so that I can also spend time with her. I found that instead of doing 50-50 all the time, kind of playing with her but kind of sending emails, it's better to just be like, okay, I'm going to sit down for 30 minutes, you're gonna watch TV for 30 minutes, and then afterwards, I'm not gonna do any work, and then you and I are gonna go outside. So it's 100% on this and 100% on this. Okay, number 3, I've written them all down. So if you see me glancing down, it's because I wanted to make sure that I hit everything that I thought of. Motherhood stretches you in ways that you didn't know that you could be stretched. And this is definitely one that in the thick of it, I was like, I don't want to be stretched anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm trying to figure out how to keep this baby fed on my breast milk. I keep the house clean and feed myself. I have a business, keep my relationship up with my partner. But once you do that uncomfortable stretching, you're like a superwoman. That's so tacky and cheesy. You just feel like I did not think that I was capable to be stretched to this limit. You're exhausted in the first couple of months, but you still get up to feed your baby. Number 4 is seeing them learn new things. I say thank you to her every time she hands me something. So now she says thank you and I hand her something. Or we taught her to go, ooh, cool, when she thinks something's cool. I'm trying not to do like a lot of like, oh, you're pretty, you're this, but like, oh my gosh, you're so brave when she tries to do something new. It's just honestly the coolest. We have a subscription to Lovevery. It's a developmental toy subscriptions. Each couple of months they send you a new box, and these toys are specifically designed for where they are developmentally to like hone in on their skills. We usually receive it, she can't do half the stuff when we get it, and then when she finally figures it out and then just does it like routinely, my heart wants to explode because I'm just so proud of her. I do a lot of observing, so I don't try and like I definitely am like involved a lot, but I try and kind of sit back and just like watch, just seeing that click happen. It really is the coolest thing ever. Number 5, being there to comfort them. Had you talked to me while we were breastfeeding, I would have been like, sure, it's great, I guess. Looking back, being the space where she felt comforted and nourished and loved, that's pretty incredible. Did I feel used sometimes? Because I was like, you don't even love me, you love my boob. Yeah. Now looking back, I'm like, okay, that was kind of beautiful. I don't know if I'm on a pregnancy high right now and I just think everything is so great. But I hope that this video helps you to find the silver lining in your days. Number 6 is the same as before, like learning. I got to learn so many new things about parenting. I learned about elimination communication. I learned how to cloth diaper. I learned rye parenting and attachment parenting and Montessori and co-sleeping. Yes, I like that. No, I don't like that. Just decide how you're gonna do things. If you do everything the same as like what's normal, cool. I just want you to think about it and be like, does that work for my family? Does that make sense to me? I do all the weird things, but it's because I'm like, okay, this makes sense to me. And then I look it up and it's a thing and I learn how to do it. Number 7, watching their freaking personalities grow. I am obsessed, so curious how the second baby is gonna be personality-wise because Aaliyah is me. She got called the mayor because she was just like, hi, hi, hi. We went at Home Depot the other day and I just let her walk because she does not like being in a car. She's holding my hand and walking and she's saying hi to everybody. She carried the bag out. Like, she's just fearless and social, and Seth and I, we have very different personalities where I'm like the extrovert. He's extroverted with his small group of people. He likes few but deep relationships where I love like all the relationships with everybody. He is more emotionally in tuned sometimes than I am. Like if this baby is like that, I'm gonna be learning about how to deal with a lot of emotions. Aaliyah's a bull. She gets hurt or something and she just like moves right along. And honestly, if the next baby is the opposite of me, I'm kind of excited to just like manage that and have Seth kind of walk me through. I feel like when you're the same, you're kind of like, oh, you need to just leave them alone. Or like, no, they need a hug or whatever. Number 8, you learn all about grace and resilience. As parents, we are going to make mistakes. Fact. None of us are doing it right. We're all doing it right for what we need in the moment. Might it, like, retrospectively looking back, be like, I probably shouldn't have done it like that. Yeah, is it gonna destroy our children? No. And then resiliency, like, you truly learn that The 4-month sleep regression will end. Potty training will end. You keep getting these hurdles thrown at you that you think you're like, when will this ever end? And then it does. When the next hurdle comes, you're like, when will this end? And then it does. And then after like 5 or 6 or 7 of those, you're like, this hurdle will end. We'll get through this. Number 9, begin to live more intentionally with your time. Like I said, I learned that I didn't like doing the 50-50 all day with the things that you say yes to and the things that you say no to. As far as like being eco-conscious, babies are a consumerism just pothole. You get everything brand new, everything's expensive. I thought I was a minimalist, and then I had a baby and just got an overload of things that I thought I needed that you don't need. I just interviewed Andrea Olson with Go Diaper Free. She does the elimination communication. She's like, every diaper that's ever been used ever still exists and has not decomposed, because it's 400 years that it takes for a diaper to decompose. I realized that we were using a ton of squeezers, so I bought reusable squeezers. I'm gonna make sure that her soap is healthy for her. Number 10, sharing your passions with your children. Seth loves snowboarding. We want to get her a snowboard and get her out, potentially exposing them and having them love it. And then you guys can do these things as together. And it can be really basic things. Like, people are like, I don't have a hobby. And I'm like, do you like cooking? Okay, well, have your kid help you with cooking. And then just being aware of them, kind of like honing in on where their interests are, and then feeding that a little bit to see if they keep going with it. Yeah, baby, I'm almost done. Oh, wow.
Can you just open the door? I'm sorry.
Say hi.
Are you recording something?
Hi, yeah. Look up at that camera. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Hi.
Mama, come.
Oh, thank you.
Get Dada.
Yeah.
Get Dada.
You're welcome.
Papa.
You have purple.
Can you help Daddy turn the shower on?
Ooh. Number 11 is my closing one. Motherhood has been my best adventure this far. I have done a lot of things when I was traveling full time. I've lived in a van in like multiple countries, met so many cool people, and have had like this euphoric experience. And so of all the things that I've done, this has definitely been the thing that has challenged me and changed me for the better. And I am so grateful and so excited to have another one and kind of hopefully slow down. Who knows? I feel like I don't actually know, but in my ideal world, I just like soak this in a little bit because I know that everything's fine. Obviously, I only have 11 things. There's way more than 11 things. I would love to hear something that you have found in motherhood that you just think is so awesome. Also, if you want to learn something new, click on that Skillshare button and get a free month. I'm stoked that they offered that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Mwah. Bye.